It takes a little getting used to, but once you kind of get the hang of it, it's a nice exercise for them. And it's a little lower stress on their legs as well that way. All about protecting their legs. Take her through the neck a little bit. Make sure she's even in both reins. See, I actually see her go short in the left hind every so often. It's a little bit stabby for a stride or two in the left hind. Yep. And can you feel here her haunches to the inside just a little bit? So think about that little counter flexion. Take her through the neck just gently. Yeah, exactly. Get the shoulders back in front of the hind legs. And then she can march that energy right through into the connection that way. Yeah. I'd be willing to bet that this transfers through to the trot too. How long do you usually wait before you start into the trot?
About now.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and see what it looks like then. About keeping her around and keeping her through. Even in both reins. Don't overflex her to the inside. There's a whisper of a...
Yeah, way better.
Yeah, there's a whisper of a shortness on the right hind there, but not bad. Again, think about taking her through the neck every so often here. Don't go too deep in the corners. For her right now, there's no need that you'll have to go too deep in the corners. That just puts even more stress on that hind leg. So round off your corners just a little bit. Yeah. And take her through the neck just a little bit. I would normally say when she starts getting like that, we'd want to start working some quick transitions, but I don't want to overdo it either with her, you know what I mean? So I think we could probably get away with doing a few here and there, but we don't want to overdo it.
And because I'm out of shape, as soon as I tip forward, that's when she's done. So I'm trying to catch myself from tipping forward.
Yeah.
9 months, I kind of lost my edge.
Yeah. Think again, don't let her overflex. And right there already, do you feel what just happened? You changed the bend and she immediately went over the right shoulder, right? Yeah, keep her in those reins. So in that transition, it wasn't bad, but she came a little bit above, right? So think about that in your transitions, that you can keep her a little bit more around and keep her a little bit more in that connection. So she steps forward into it, but doesn't grab it and pull. Poke a little through the neck there. Yeah, exactly. There you go.
I'm okay.
Poke her just a little through the neck again. Now try not to pull on that inside rein too much as you're coming around the circle, because there again you're creating that opportunity for her to overbend to the inside and pop that right shoulder. So try not to open that inside hand quite so much. So use the legs to push her into it. And then out of your second corner again, we're going to turn across the diagonal and develop a little bit of a leg yield. Doesn't have to be super steep, just think about bringing that hind end over and stepping a little bit more under. Oh, it's supposed to be leg yielding to the right.
I always think, I'm sorry.
That's alright.
So when I come
That's
out,
alright.
it's this way.
Yes. You'd think about if you were just going to leg yield across a diagonal, but you're
Yeah.
starting on just a straight diagonal and developing it into the leg yield.
I got it. I do it from this direction?
Yep. And anytime we need to give her a walk break, you just let me know, okay? Don't let her get too low. Leaving in those reins. Yeah, leaving in those reins.
Just a little bit?
That's it. That's plenty for right now. Eventually we'll want her to be a little bit steadier in it, but for right now that's plenty. Give her a little bit of counterflexion, take her through the neck just a little bit. She's overbent to the inside there. Straighten her out just a little bit. Not too low in the neck. Go through the neck a little bit again. Again, going through these corners, she's using this opportunity that you're kind of pulling her around the turn with the inside rein, and she's popping the shoulder. So okay, right there. Did you feel the difference there between the last one you did? So right there, you tried to get too much leg yield right off the bat, and it killed the trot immediately. Did you feel that?
It's not strong enough to keep going. She doesn't know.
Yep, and that's exactly what I was talking about, why I like to try and use it to develop the leg yield rather than get the leg yield immediately out of the corner, because when they're not balanced enough, it kills the trot immediately. Eventually, yes, they need to be able to, because it's in the first level test where they have to leg yield out of that corner. But when you teach them the movement, letting them die like that, that's how they learn to do it. Does that make sense? So then you get into the test, and you leg yield out of the corner, and they immediately die in the leg yield, and then you can't leg yield, and you can't trot anymore, and you only get a 6 on the movement.
She's just learning all this, so she's just trying to figure it out.
Yep, exactly. So think about that a little bit more to develop the leg yield rather than starting it right away. And as she gets better and stronger, you can gradually start asking for it sooner and sooner, right? So again, even here in the walk, be careful that you're not letting her pull the reins out of your hands, because then she's able to take over and just kind of do it as she pleases, right? You got to keep her a little bit more round. Take her through the neck a little bit, so right here when she's pulling, she can't just pull straight down. If you take her a little bit left and right, not a lot, but just enough to say, hey, knock it off, you've got to stay here where I put you.
Walk is better though.
Here and there. We'd like to see her a little bit more steady in it. She's still jigging around a little bit too much.
She's been doing that since I got her.
Yep. So something you can think about doing to help with that, in addition to just taking her through the neck, think about leg yielding. Do a light leg yield zigzag even in the walk. So you can ask her to leg yield off the rail a few steps and then change the bend a little bit and leg yield back to the rail and then leg yield off. Just in a walk for that. But that's something that could help that a little bit.
Like borderline back to the rail.
It doesn't even have to be that far in. Just a few strides in and then a few strides back and a few strides in. Just enough to get her to where you're in control of where her body is and not her. Yes. Yes, this is more honest now in your even contact. Now you're getting a little hunches in again there. Go through the neck gently there. She's trying to get in front of you. Yep, not too low. Not too low. There you go. Not too deep in that corner again. Develop the leg yield. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You feel that? That time she really reached a little bit forward with that right hind leg. And that's what we want to see that exercise do. And then you should have also felt her fill out that outside rein a little bit more with that, right? Yeah, not too low here. She's starting to get a little bit too low and hang on you a little, right? Be careful not to let her get into that. Okay, that's okay. If you need to take a break, take a break. Don't keep going just for the sake of continuing on, because then if you start riding poorly, you're teaching her bad stuff, right? Even right here in the walk, if you don't want to give her a break quite yet, then think about taking her a little through the neck. Leg yield just a few steps off the rail, and then leg yield a few steps back to the rail. Just to keep her adjustable, keep her focused on you. The problem, she's getting a little bit too quick in her walk. If you can slow her down just a hair.
Okay.
There, that's enough. Not too much.
Fine line between marching and being quick.
Yep. The hard part about working stuff in a walk like this is making the board very front. So you really need to think about giving them something to keep their brain busy, which is why these little leg yields can help with that a little bit. It keeps it focused on your aids rather than, oh, there's a leaf blowing there, oh, there's a bird, or oh, I'm going to pull on mom a little bit right now, you know. That's all you've got to go.
Okay.
And then you can walk straight ahead a little bit. Don't hop the shoulder. Touch it. Touch it. Touch it. There you go. That was it. And then just walk straight. This is all about getting control of where your horse is. Too quick. Haunches.
Getting better.
Back to the right a little bit again. Yeah, don't let her pull down. Don't let her pull down. You feel that? Every time she pulls down, she shortens and quickens her stride. Can you feel that? Thank you.
She's pulling down because we're making her use her back.
She's just a little bit on the forehand here too, and that's again where I would like to be able to do a little bit more transition work with her to help that. But I don't want to overdo that and get her sore again behind. That's again part of the downfall of not really being able to get too much into the exercises and keep them engaged as much.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit too quick here too. That's slow her down just a hair. Not that much.
I know, she's like really sensitive.
Yep, that's okay. Down the road, that's going to be a wonderful thing. We're not going to complain about that. But just be aware of it when you ask for the little half halt, that you don't overdo it, right? A little bit slower, a little bit more balanced. Just slow your posting down. That's all you don't want to think about pulling on the reins to half halt. Just slow your posting down a little bit, and she should follow it. There you go. Just slow the posting down a little. Keep the energy. You want to keep the forward energy, but just slow the stride down a little bit, if that makes sense. A little transition to walk there.
She's on the forehand.
Yeah, she is.
Yesterday I started doing like walk to trot to walk.
Yeah.
In a serpentine on the center line.
Yeah.
I just started yesterday.
Okay.
She's, by the end, she kind of was getting it.
So let's just let her relax here, give her a long rein, and we'll just let her take a break, and then we'll pick her up and you can show me that.